So today we are going to hack Linux using a Shellshock vulnerability. I'll tell you something about Shellshock. So Shellshock was a vulnerability that was found in 2014. And basically they were a collection of bugs that were found in different versions of Bash. And Bash is a shell where users write all their commands. And hackers used web CGI scripts to send malicious commands to the Bash shell. And since Bash was the default command shell for most of the Linux systems were vulnerable in 2014. So now we are going to hack a Linux machine that has this vulnerability. But before we get started, this video is for education purposes only. I will not be responsible if you use it for any malicious intent. Hacking into any machine is a serious cybercrime, and I'm using my own vulnerable machine to hack into. So now let's get started. So the IP address of my vulnerable machine is 192.168.1.16. So we are going to use nmap to do a service version scan on 192.168.1.16. And as we can see, there is a web server opened on port 80. So we'll go to this website and search for the IP address. And if we open it, we can see that there is a website. And here you can see that there is uptime and live uptime right here. And the kernel version around here. So if we go to right click and inspect, and we scroll down here. Alright, so as you can see that there is a web CGI script around here. So we can see the address that is /cgi-bin/status. So if we search for it around here, it was cgi-bin/status, and we press enter. We can see the exact same data, the uptime and the kernel. The web server is getting this information live from the Linux system. So now in order to hack the system, we'll use Burp suite, which is a proxy. We'll go to this icon and we'll search Burp suite. And as you can see, just open it up. It'll say temporary project, say next, start Burp, and boom, you're in Burp suite. Now we'll go into browser settings. And here we'll type proxy. We'll go into settings, use manual proxy. And we'll go to this specific address, which is the loopback address. And this is the port. And we'll check this icon. Hit OK. After that, we'll go to Burp suite. And here we'll go to proxy. And turn intercept on. Now all the web requests and responses will go through Burp suite first. Now we'll go to our browser. And now we will load this page again. And now we have our request in Burp suite. And this is the header we'll work on. So press right click and send it to repeater. And now here, we'll change the data. User agent is what's converted into environmental variables in Linux. And then we write this code here. So basically we create an empty function around here. This colon means that it's an empty function. After that, we write 2 times echo. Echo is optional. It basically just gives us response in a clean line. We can write any command here, but since we are attacking bash shell specifically, that's why we are writing /bin/bash-c to write any command around here. Like for example, let's say cat/etc/wd. This file contains all the user's information. And now we'll hit send. And as you can see, we get all the account information around here. But we can't send requests all the time. We need an interactive shell. And that's why we'll go into our command line and we'll use netcat nc space dash and lvp and a port number. I'll say 1234 and press enter. And now we are listing on this port where target will connect to us. Now we'll go into Burp suite again and change the command. And we'll type this command instead. So I'll tell you what it does. Basically, we are writing bash-i, which will give us an interactive shell. And then we are going to send the TCP connection to our attacker's address on this port. And it's just saying that take the input from the attacker as well. And then we'll hit send. And as you can see, we have connected. And now we can write anything we want. For example, ls. And we'll get all the commands around here. We can write cat /rc/vasswd, and boom. It's crazy, right? What you can do with this. Now that you have learned how hackers actually hack machines, I'll show you an easy way to do it. We'll use Metasploit by writing sudo msf console. And here we'll search for Shellshock. So there's also a scanner, so you can check if your website is vulnerable or not. And here's our exploit that we'll use, this one. We'll type use one, press enter. And then we'll type show options, press enter. So we need to provide target rhost and target URI. We'll type set rhosts and the victim's IP address. Press enter, and then we'll type set target URI, which is /cgi/bin/status. Press enter, and then we'll just type exploit. Press enter, and boom, we are into the system. We can write sysinfo, and we'll get all the information about the system. And we can do basically anything. So I hope you guys found this video interesting. If you want more videos like this, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And there's a link in the description for the vulnerable machine if you want to hack one. Peace.